Are you a miss that is finding dating to be miserable? If so, this is a video for you. Specifically, if you are finding online dating to be miserable, because online dating, like never before, is the way that men are meeting their future misses. That's right. Did you know that 1 out of every 3 marriages is now touted as being from online? Therefore, how we date online can certainly manifest the outcome of marriage or not marriage, being alone or being partnered. We could even extrapolate from that being happy and having a happy ever after or not. So it's what we do now in terms of manifesting our future that's very important. And if you are having a lot of difficulty in dating, maybe it's time to go just a little bit deeper and also to do things differently to get a different outcome. You know, the famous motivational speaker, a spiritual man, Wayne Dyer, he said, "Change the way you see things, and the things you see change." Well, we can put into that sentence many things. We could even say, change the way you see men, and the men you see change. And if you are surrounding yourself with a negative talk from other women about men, dating, relationships, you are going to maybe manifest that instead of thinking positively, having a desire, putting that desire strong in your heart, and then tuning out the negativity and only having positive thoughts about it, coupled with doing things in a different way, and you can have much different results. I've seen it time and time again. I think about a client of mine, and she said that she was kind of following someone who was not getting great results in her dating life, for sure. As a matter of fact, she was a friend that was beautiful, and my client actually admired her for her fashion sense and her makeup sense and the life that she seemed to have, and certainly the life that she put out on social media. But actually, this friend had been living with someone for more than 3 years, and she got broken up with one day very abruptly, and 6 months later, that man was engaged to someone else. And I questioned my client about this, and I said, so why would you be following this advice, so to speak, of someone who was really doing something that you know even statistically doesn't work, which is living with a man with whom you're not engaged? Did you know, and this is a fact, that 50% of first marriages end in divorce? Well, if a couple lives together prior to being engaged, they have the divorce rate of second marriages, which is at 62%. So that means if they were living together and then they actually did get married, if they were not engaged prior to living together, their divorce rate for first marriage was that of a second marriage, which is at 62%. And people ask me my opinion on that all the time. Why would that be? Well, it goes in complete consistency with what I say all the time. If you listen to me on my podcast, Make Him Wonder, if you have read my book, Why Won't He Commit? How a Man Decides to Make You the One, you will know that I go by a very important, I believe, an actual principle in understanding men and commitment, which is men live by their decisions. It's one of my gender gaps in my book. You can read it there. You can certainly understand it here, which is women live via their emotions. Men live via their decisions. And so what it means is that if a man makes a decision, a formal public decision, he will live by that decision. Or at least he might hurt himself or die trying to live up to it. Because foundationally men, and I say this in my sports supposition in my book, men don't leave their team. And that means once a man joins a team or he follows a team, no matter how poor the team is, or if he doesn't like the coach, or he's unhappy on the team, he doesn't quit. And this is, I believe, the reason that it is not ever a good idea to live with a man prior to being engaged. Because once you have an engagement with a date to marry, you have that man's decision, and he will live up to that. And actually living up to the decision is how men bond. And this I get from a wonderful therapist, Bob Grant, that men only bond in one way, and that is through making a formal decision. And commitment, because that's what it is for the man. So we need to understand men in a different way, because when you change the way you see men, the men you will see change. And this comes out of two things. First and foremost, you must have the desire. You must have the desire to get out of misery or misery and into a different mindset. So have that desire. And then you must do things differently. So if you're having trouble online dating, and you may have trouble in the first step, which is getting men to swipe right, I would dare say you're not having that trouble because that's my puppy principle in my book. So go to that and find my book, and you can find it at any book retailer. Certainly you can order it, or you can actually order it on my website, coachpaulagrooms.com. But if you want to get it quickly, immediately, go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble, what have you, wherever you get books, and you can have it on your Kindle, or you can have it in your hands in a few days. It's so important, because the understanding and the knowledge can bring you to a different place, and you can have new desire. Then the second thing, you want to make sure you are not filling your mind with any negative talk about it. So then it's what you do. Again, part of the doing is not having the negativity around you and talking, because words have power and words infuse us in different ways. So you want to be having positive talk about it. But if you are getting stuck in any, like I said, any step along the way, I have 7 steps in my One Love program. One Love is online to never-ending love. 7 simple steps to digital dating success. And I have that in my full coaching 12-week program, or I have that in a self-help course that you can immediately get into your inbox right away. And that you can get started on. And you can see, because it is step by step. In leading a man to the path of going the distance, it starts from that time he sees you online and the swipe. It's putting you in the right category for a real relationship. That I have many videos about, and certainly my podcast can help you on that. Then it is doing the next few steps that are significant in making an interest kind of embedded in him, and then him following through to achieve you. These 2 steps, steps 2, 3, and 4, are so significant. And when you do things differently, you get a different result. And you can, as I said, kind of put your toe in the water, so to speak, and try it in a self-help course, because in that self-help course you can then actually have a one-time full coaching experience intensive with me. And you can do that at any time with the program, which is a lifetime of having the program right there, ready in your inbox, all the steps, all the videos, the texting templates. You won't have any question about what to do and when. And when you hit some kind of next level question, you can then be on a one-time coaching intensive with me that you get as part of the program. And I highly encourage you to do this. So I hope you got a lot today from understanding that if you are commiserating with a friend, make sure that you get with her and say, I want to do something different, because I want to get different results and I want to be successful. I want to take my desire, couple it with a do, and then create the desired results. And you can do that. So get with that friend and say, I want to make a commitment and a decision and do this. And I hope that you will, because when you do, and when you change what you are doing, this will be a game changer for you. So go to coachpaulagrooms.com/programs and check out my One Love course. Whether you do it, as I said, you want to just dive in and you want to do it with me weekly for 12 weeks, we can do that together. And of course I will help you. But if you also are kind of on the fence and you don't know and you're not completely committed, because I only work with women in my 12-week program who are completely committed. If you're not and you just want to test the waters, go to the One Love self-help course. It's right there on my programs page, and you can be doing that, testing the waters, and you will be supported. And you will get little by little, and then you can do a one-time coaching intensive with me that will get all your questions answered. And then once you are completely committed, if you need more help, then I will be there to help you weekly. So go now, do something now, make a decision, and you will start manifesting much more joy and success in your life, and that is what I want for you. I trust you got a lot of good information from today's video, and I enjoy bringing you content that is valuable for success in your romantic life. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the alert bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want more on any of the content you see here, you can go to my book, Why Won't He Commit? How a Man Decides to Make You the One. You can order it at any fine retailer where you get your books. And if you want more on me or any of my programs, my podcast, go to coachpaulagrooms.com, and we could be talking soon.